Hello and welcome everybody. Janet Beckers here from Cool Cats Video Marketing Academy, and I'm here with a gorgeous client of ours, Jasmine Sampson. Hi Jasmine, how are you, gorgeous?
Hello Janet, wonderful to be here.
Now Jasmine, before we get started talking about using video and video marketing, would you mind introducing yourself? How about hold your book up so you can tell people who it is that you help and how it is you do that?
Okay, I'm the author of Growing Business with Soul, and I work with busy entrepreneurs, giving them specific practical things that they can do, practical spirituality to make life easier, smooth path, work with the universe, all that sort of stuff.
Excellent, yeah. And I love that practical spirituality for the busy entrepreneur. It's just, yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Now, you came to our very first Cool Cats workshop.
I did.
Now, tell us a little bit about your experience with video before you came along to the workshop.
What experience with video before I went to the workshop?
Right.
Basically, I arrived with virtually no knowledge. I think I had stood in front of a camera once with a colleague who was doing all of the stuff just for something we were putting together. But in terms of technicalities, I haven't used anything else. I was clueless and uncomfortable. And I didn't, apart from that one experience, I didn't know how I would be on camera.
Right.
One of the great discoveries actually was that I'm very relaxed on camera, which was a wonderful surprise because I didn't know that I would be.
Yeah, and that's one thing we've actually discovered actually working together in the workshop, and from the videos that I've seen that you've created afterwards, is you have a beautiful presence on camera. Yeah, relaxing, very sort of, you build trust just by being you in front of the camera, which is, you know, the power, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you'd really been impressing because we've been working together, you know, part of your platinum program, and I've been working together, and you've been saying how great it would be to have a video to build that trust, but it was a mountain that was way too big for time.
Yeah. So you did the workshop, our very first one. So let's have a look now afterwards. So you came into the workshop having no experience at all and not confidence at all.
Yep.
A video marketing workshop.
Yep.
So how have you now applied what you've learned to marketing, using video for marketing?
Well, at that workshop, I recorded about a 1.5 minute lead magnet audio video with you there smiling at me, which is generating leads on my website.
Excellent.
And I've gone ahead and it's sold some packages and a whole heap of stuff like that. It's building my list. But significantly, one of the other things I wanted to do, again from your suggestions and just common sense, was to get a regular personal presence to my list, and I'm now doing a weekly video blog. It's about 3 minutes. And the interesting thing is, Janet, that I found that it's much easier to do a little short snippet. I just do a tip of the week. A little short snippet of a practical thing that I can teach people is much quicker and easier than trying to write something. Usually I've sort of, a bit of a combo between jotting down some ideas, recording it and then transcribing it, so I give it in both versions, but it's actually easier and happening more through the video than it was before.
I find exactly the same thing, and it's interesting hearing that from you, Jasmine, because you're an author. You know, you write, and you write really well, and yet you're still finding the video to be so much more efficient, doable.
Doable.
That's really good to know. So you don't have to be a person who's naturally drawn to that medium to be an easier one. And now let's look just beyond that as well, because one thing that I've been very impressed, which I'm always impressed with you, is how you take action quite, you just get thrown straight in. So you learned about using video for marketing, but one thing I have noticed is now you've actually translated that further into creating something that is actually for sale. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I created, used video to do teaching based on this book. I created a 12-week online program and the video to the teaching segments. And so that's given me a product which is again, it's the test now. I think my students are in week 11. and that's an ongoing resource that I can sell over and over again.
Brilliant.
Talking with my students, they were saying that the thing that they really like is that it's usually about a 7-8 minute teaching segment, that they really like that, and it's getting me into their space every week.
Yeah, which
so,
is lovely. So you've, and I think, you know, for people who are looking at the Cool Cats programs and thinking video marketing, that's great, but you know, what happened, you know, can I use it for other things? Do I have to go and do a complete new course?
Yes.
Is you being able to translate all the lessons that you've used from that, and then being able to take that straight over and think, you know what, I can keep on building this trust, this rapport, and that ease of creating content over into something that's saleable. And and I've looked at Jasmine's videos. They're beautiful, and you use some of the advanced sort of editing techniques that we've taught you as well, so that you've got you talking, but then there's also these other little images and things that come into it. So really quite sophisticated, but very simple that you've done. So
thank you. Yeah. And even down to actually taking what was an audio seminar into this video format through Zoom.
Right.
For my live classes. So it's been a huge, just how to use the phone. Technology I already had. The only thing that I went on to purchase was a tripod. And
excellent.
I already had it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today, Jasmine. The people who are watching this who would like to see more of your videos and would like to hear and contact with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
My website is jasminesampson.com, www.jasminesampson.com, and and I can be contacted through that website. You can get my gift packages, you can get onto my typical videos.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time today, and and I do recommend you go and just check out Jasmine and connect with her. She's a beautiful, beautiful soul, as you can tell just from her presence, and she's got some really good practical resources there for you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.